Qigong. We're going to go maybe for an hour today, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, somewhere in that realm. And we're going to just do kind of a classic Qigong class. We'll do different sort of movements. We'll end with a kind of a flow. And let's just see what happens, okay? So first things first, we're just going to shake and get rid of any tension. So keep your feet about hip-width apart, keep your feet glued to the ground, and just do a little series of hops. Just easy, just easy. You're breathing in and out through your nose. You can exaggerate by bending your wrists. You can bend your elbows. Anything that you can tolerate that's going to help you get loose. Just slow, deep, nasal breathing. You can keep it very simple, just like this. You might want to turn if you're feeling stiff in your low back. You might want to turn the other way. You might want to just continue staying facing forward. You might want to bring your shoulders into it. It's whatever you can tolerate. I'm not sure if you can hear, but my heels are coming off the ground a little bit, so I'm thumping a little bit with my heels. Exhale through the mouth. And we're just getting loose, 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 loose. The shaking gets rid of any residual tension. It helps loosen the muscles. It helps get free of any anxiety or any negative feelings that you might be experiencing. It just helps us start with a blank slate. After we finish shaking, we're going to be new people. We're going to start from scratch. Good. One more inhale here. Now exhale. Stop. Good. And just take a breath or two. And just notice, you might feel some tingling. You might feel some warmth. And just notice those feelings. And we'll continue warming up. The warm-ups in Qigong are a lot of the same warm-ups we do in yoga. If you're familiar with joint mobility, we're doing some joint mobility now. So keeping your teeth closed, we're going to look left and right a few times. You're just trying to loosen up the neck a little bit. Really what we're loosening up is the chest, the back, the tops of the shoulders. And again, just breathing in and out through your nose. Start very gently, start very easily. And as you warm up, we'll try to turn just a little bit deeper. Maybe, maybe not. It's whatever we can tolerate. Just a couple more here. And then gently face forward and pause. Okay, good. Now we're going to try to tilt the head side to side. But as we're tilting the head side to side, we're going to use our hands as well. So first we'll get the hands straight, okay? Now I'm just keeping my arms up so that you can see what I'm doing with my hands. We'll eventually have our arms by our sides. But we have our hands set. One hand is going to look like a push-up. So we're going to extend this wrist, extend these fingers. The other hand is going to curl up into a fist, and we bend the wrist that way. And then we switch. So we go from kind of like a push-up hand to a fist hand. But we try to do it down by our sides here. Yeah, just like that. Now, we're going to integrate the neck or the skull, however you want to think about it, And we're going to tilt our head towards the push-up hand. And we tilt our head towards the other push-up hand. Yeah. And just keep it loose. Try to keep it kind of fluid. Just easy. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just easy. Lastly, see if you can tilt your head side to side. Yeah, go side to side. Ear to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Yes, we're not doing the rotations right now. We're trying to go ear to shoulder. Mm-hmm. One more inhale here. One more exhale. And then back to center. Now this next one we're going to try to do a combination of skull, arms, and chest. We'll do the best we can, and we can pull back if we need to. So what we're trying to do, it's kind of like giving yourself a big hug. As we inhale, you bring your arms out as wide as you can, and lift your chin, lift your chest. Then as you exhale, drop your chin, drop your chest. You kind of give yourself a hug. Squeeze all the air out if you can. And then inhale. You want to feel a stretch across your chest, arms, the bottom of your neck. And then exhale. Give yourself a little hug. Squeeze all the air out. Flex your spine, drop your chin. And repeat that. And just do the best you can. You don't have to go super, super, super wide. You don't have to go super, super, super flexed. We're just trying to warm up the breathing mechanism, warm up the neck, and the shoulders, and the spine. That's all we're trying to do here. Inhale, then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Last exhale. Back to center. And again, we just see how it feels. Let that sink in a little bit. Keep your knees a little bit soft. So this is the opposite of yoga. We're going to have our elbows bent a little bit. We're going to have our knees bent a little bit. It's a little bit softer. Lining up the joints, lining up the musculoskeletal stuff instead of real strong muscular contractions. Good. Let's keep working our way down toward the ground. Next up is the side bend. So we have a couple of variations. First variation is just bend side to side. And you can go slowly or you can go quickly. Just do your best. Keep the breath moving. If you're a stickler for details, inhale left, exhale right, inhale left, exhale right, or not. Whatever you can do just to be kind of smooth, even, graceful. Again, this is helping with the breathing mechanism, the rib cage, stretching the diaphragm. We squeeze the spleen on one side, we squeeze the liver on the other side. So we're stimulating the immune system, detoxification. It's all internal. We'll just keep it at this level today. We don't have to go any further than this. There are a couple of different options we can use to intensify it, but we don't need it today. It's okay. Now, next time you're in the center, pause. And again, just see how it feels. Just see how it feels. Let it sink in. Notice what there is to notice. We got 2 more, and then we'll start to get into some of the Qigong. Now, this one, we try to bring the feet as close together as possible, whatever that means to you. So if you can't have your feet like really super tight, that's okay. You can have your feet a little wider, whatever you can do. Hands kind of like on the small of your back. In Qigong, they say put it on your kidneys, but you're not going to put it on your kidneys. Your kidneys are hidden behind ribs. So if you can just kind of get your hands somewhere on your low back, it will do hip circles. As you're doing the hip circles, you're trying your best to keep your head still. Don't let your head move around if you can help it. And by keeping your head still, you'll notice that it goes deeper, deeper, deeper into the spinal rotations. You do the best that you can with what you got. Don't worry. Breathe. Just keep moving, keep flowing. Good. Let's see if we can come back the other way. Just steady breathing. Trying to keep your head level. I'm trying to keep my head level too. And let's see if we can slowly unwind, just nice and easy. Good. Now the peak flow that we're going to work our way to, it's called spiral palm. It'll make sense when we get there. But the spiral palm is usually done in what's called the horse stance. So as part of our warm-up, we're going to warm up with the horse stance if possible. Take your feet kind of wide. We don't have to go like super, super wide. As wide as you can comfortably, and turn your feet out just about 45 degrees. Right, so it's not going to be like ballerina feet where you're completely pointed to the sides, but about a 45-degree angle. Bring your hands to your waist if you like. Inhale is when we're upright. Exhale, we bend the knees. Now, as you're bending your knees, if you can, use your eyeballs and look down. Make sure your knees stay over your feet. Only go so far as your knees stay over your feet. So you inhale, come up, and then exhale, bend your knees. Only so far as your knees stay over your feet. Sometimes we're so tight in our hips that the knees will cave in or the knees will not track our feet. So we want to find that position where the knees stay over the feet. Now, if it's not happening, it's okay. Make a mental note. Don't do the horse stance is what it's called. Sumo squat, plie squat. You don't have to do it. If you can muster it, if you can keep your knees over your feet, then we'll build the horse stance together. And maybe we'll get into the horse stance when we get into our final practice. And we're not going super, super, super deep, so we're not trying to break a world record here. We just want to warm up the ankles, warm up the knees, warm up the hips. And we got about 200 more, so just breathe. I'm kidding. Only 175 more. Okay, good. Next time you're standing up, pause. And any way you can, if you can toe heel your feet or if you kind of wobble yourself, we'll come back to the the Qigong stance. Feel what there is to feel. You might feel some warmth in your joints. Your body temperature may have come up a little bit, and that's all normal and fine. And we're going to keep building on that. And now, to signify that we've ended the warm-up, we cleanse the practice. So turn your palms away from you. If you can, inhale, arms up. If you can, come to your tiptoes, but don't worry if you cannot come to your tiptoes. Palms down, exhale, and imagine you're just pushing dark energy out through the bottoms of your feet. We're cleansing. We're pushing all that stuff out through the bottoms of our feet into the earth, fertilizing the grass. And then release. Okay, good. So let's take 1 second. We'll talk a little bit about the Qigong stance. I'm going to turn sideways. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. If I stand, in yoga, we stand, we try to make our legs straight. Bam! Tuck the pelvis, arms straight. In Qigong, we soften the knees. Now what's important here is you soften the knees. We're not pushing the knees out over our toes. There's a difference between softening your knees and flexing your knees and pushing all the way into your knee joint over your toes. By softening the knees, if you look straight down, you should still be able to see most of the top of your foot and most of your toes. If you've softened your knees so much that your feet disappear, straighten your knees a tiny little bit and get some more weight into your heels a little bit. So with the soft knees, just like mountain pose, we try to tuck the pelvis under. Pull the arms down a little bit, bend the elbows, and bring your hands up. It should look like you're holding a tree or hugging a barrel or something along those lines. Here. So instead of mountain pose, we stand in standing meditation. Some of the things are the same. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed left and right. Keep your elbows and your shoulders heavy. Slightest little bend in the knee and you're tucking your pelvis under. Hold here and breathe. And we're going to borrow from the 8 brocades of Qigong. This one's called Separating Heaven and Earth. So from this position, bring the hands down. Palms up. Bring your hands to about chest height. And let's turn the left palm down, right palm up. So it looks like you're holding something right about heart center. Now as you inhale, you want to expand. As you exhale, you want to contract. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's see if we can turn so we have the palms in the opposite direction. Inhale. Exhale. So you're imagining that the energy expands on the inhale and condenses and tightens up on the exhale. Now let's see if we can turn that ball of energy, left hand on top, right hand on the bottom. So we inhale, exhale. Now this time as we inhale, raise your left arm up. When your hand gets about the height of your eyebrows, turn that palm up toward the ceiling. Turn your bottom hand down, and we stretch. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms. And as you exhale, we reverse. Everything kind of contracts again. We come to that energy ball. Turn. Inhale. Turn your palms. Straighten your legs. Straighten your arms to the best of your ability. Then exhale. Slightly bend the knees. Bringing everything back to the center. Switch. Inhale. Turn your palms. Extend the arms. Extend your legs. Exhale. Inhale. Now I'm saying inhale, exhale. You do the best you can. If you're breathing 4 or 5 or 6 breaths in between each repetition, that is totally fine. The goal is just to keep the breath moving. Let's try not to freeze up the breath. Someday, this will be one big inhale. This will be one long exhale. Turn your palms towards each other. Switch. Inhale. Turn the palms away. Straighten your arms. Exhale. Turn. Now hold here. Hold here. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale. Exhale. Both palms turn toward the ceiling. Inhale, bring your hands about the height of your eyebrows. Exhale, push out any negative thoughts, any negative feelings. Straighten your legs as your arms straighten. And that signifies that we just ended a Qigong exercise, okay? So kind of like in yoga, we'll do a pose and then come to mountain, do another pose, come to mountain. It's kind of like that in Qigong too. We cleanse the space, feel what there is to feel, then we move on to the next move, okay? So now we're going to try, so this one was kind of up and down. We're going to try to do one that's kind of front and back. It's called Dragon Whips Its Tail. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see the technique. And this is a simplified version of this move. And I'll show you the very simple move. And then if you want to, we can make it a little more elaborate, but we don't have to. So we start with our knees slightly bent, just like we do our Qigong pose. Arms here, straighten the spine, etc., etc. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands just under our belly button. Left hand first, right hand on top. And now we're going to extend and flex the spine. So as I inhale, as you inhale, lift your behind, lift your chest. As you exhale, tuck your behind, flex your spine. Kind of like curl up into a ball. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we extend, lift the chest, lift your behind. Exhale, we flex, tuck your tailbone, drop your rib cage, and repeat. We'll do this 2 more times. Now, if we want to integrate the arms, on this inhalation, the arms come out, palms down. As you exhale, palms come up, and you're pulling energy to your belly button. Turn your hands, arms extend, inhale. Exhale, rotate your arms, pull that energy to your belly button, curl up into a ball. Turn your fingertips away. Inhale. Exhale. Curl up into a ball here. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale. Pull the arms in. Inhale. Exhale. Now we try to pull that energy up into our chest. So your hands are going to be up higher. Your fingernails are going to scratch your armpit as you swing your arms out front. It's almost like a swimming stroke. I don't know, I never really swam officially. Turn the fingertips away, exhale. Flex. Turn your hands up, inhale. Yep, just kind of go at your own pace. I know that I'm saying inhale, exhale. But you go at your own pace, at your own rhythm. Try not to stress. Just keep it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can breathe as many times as you need to breathe. Now the last phase, we bring the energy into our eyebrows. So as you're pulling that energy up, it's like you salute yourself. Exhale, palms up. Turn the palms down. Inhale. Exhale. So really what we're doing, and you may be able to feel it, we're waking up the lower back, mid back, upper back. As well as mobilizing the ball and socket joints of the shoulders, the hinge joint of the elbows, and plus just coordinating the breathing and the movement to create meditation. Now, next time your hands are up, let your arms fall to the side, palms up. Inhale. Arms up if you can, come to tiptoes. Exhale, palms down. Just clear out any negative thoughts, any negative feelings, and bring in positive thoughts and positive feelings. Pause for a second here. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. So we'll do one more, and then we'll build into our flow for today, which is called the spiral palm. So this one we take our feet a little bit wide. It's called the archer. And this is a soft version of the archer. There are Qigong's just like yoga. There's so many variations of the same movement. So the archer, if you were to look it up on the internet, you would see like 20 versions of it. This one is just very nice, easy, flowing. You don't have to go into a deep squat. You can if you want to. We just take our feet kind of wide, keep the knees kind of soft, tuck the pelvis under. And here we go. In this case, we'll have the left hand up, like you're waving to someone. The right hand is going to sweep out in front. You're going to cross palms. And this is why it's the archer, because it's as if you're drawing a bow. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then you switch. Or just make up your own thing. So let's start again. It's okay. It's totally okay. So this is the left hand. Right hand sweeps across. So you cross palm to palm, and that's you're pulling the arrow back. Left arm extends, fingertips toward the ceiling. Now, with your right hand, wave. Drop the elbow. Left arm comes across. Draw the bow. Left arm, wave. Drop the elbow. Drop your elbow. Drop your elbow. And swing across. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And find your flow. Find your flow. Just go easy. Although this might feel frustrating and aggravating, that's a good thing. Because now you're learning something new. And learning something new helps with synaptogenesis, neuroplasticity. You're developing coordination. You're making your wrists, elbows, and shoulders healthy. Just breathe easy. See, you're getting it. You're getting it. Just easy. Easy, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just check in with your breathing. Make sure your breathing is calm. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle. You're learning something new, so be patient. Let's do one more. Drop both arms to your side. Palms face up. Inhale. Palms down. Exhale. If you can, heel toe your feet to about hip width. If you can't, just waddle your feet together. That's fine. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. I'm hoping that's the toughest thing we do today. But we'll see. Spiral palms is next. Now first we're going to just kind of warm up with a basic pattern, and then we're going to try to convert it into the official spiral palms exercise. So once again, we take our feet kind of wide. Turn your feet out just a little bit. For the setup exercise, we don't have to do the squat. If you want to, you can, but I would recommend conserving your energy. We'll save it for the official pose. Keep your knees a little bit soft. And we'll start one hand at a time. Okay? So in this case, my right hand. I'm going to start with my right hand on an invisible table. You see, palms down, visible table. I'm going to grab an invisible light bulb. And I'm going to bring that diagonally, palm is going to face my chest, up over my left shoulder, switch light bulbs, and then put the light bulb back on the table. So there's a corkscrewing mechanism here. The palm is facing the ground, the palm corkscrews faces my torso, and then at the end of it, the palm is facing my ear. And then you uncorkscrew, put your hand back down here. So everyone kind of look at what I'm doing real quick. Do you see how I go diagonally? Diagonally over my left shoulder. Diagonal. It's like putting on a seatbelt. Grab the seatbelt. Put the seatbelt on. Release the seatbelt. Put the seatbelt back on. Oh, but now we got to add the other hand. And we alternate. So we want to cross in the middle, right here, and then continue. Cross in the middle. And just easy, easy. Find your breath. Go easy. Let your elbows be kind of heavy. Now this is going to turn into what's called spiral hands. In some ways, spiral hands might be easier because we don't alternate as quickly. But I said spiral hands, it's spiral palm. The bigger part is called spiral palm. But this helps set us up for that sort of corkscrewing or the the spiraling mechanism of the forearm and the wrist. Okay. Now, here comes the difference. In this case, my right arm is coming up over the left shoulder. So we've been here before. Now the difference is, I'm going to turn, right hand comes up over my head, keep turning, reach as far backwards as I can, hand to waist. Left arm, up diagonally, turn to face you, arms up overhead, reach back as far as I can, scoop it up, hand to waist. Right arm. Turn towards you, palm faces the ceiling. Reach as far back as I can, scoop that up, hand to waist. So this is a little, maybe it's a little easier because the movement is so much longer. But now we're just increasing the range of motion all the way around. We get a little spinal rotation. We open up the chest. If you want to get into the breathing, it's an exhale here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, left arm. We take that light bulb out, bring it over our heads, throw it on the ground behind us. Come back here. 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 Reach back and come back here. Yeah. Here. Here. Reach back and here. 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 Reach back and here. Now try to make it one smooth action. And we're trying to move at what I call a safe maximum. So you want to feel some stretching. You want to feel, some challenge. It shouldn't be super, super, super easy, but it shouldn't be debilitating. Let's do one more. Hands to your hips, palms face up. Inhale. Exhale, palms down. Straighten your legs as you go. Straighten your arms. Maybe you can toe heel your feet. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. Awesome. So we got through the flow. Great. Now, what we're going to do is we'll shake loose again, we'll mobilize again, kind of clear that off. And we're going to try to end with a standing meditation. Just about 5 minutes in the Qigong meditation position, and then we'll call it a wrap. That will be our first live Qigong. So, just like we did in the beginning of class, let's shake the practice out of our muscles. We'll shake the practice out of our bones. We're just cleaning the slate again. Ridding ourselves of any tension, any bad feelings. Just get rid of it now. We're clearing the slate. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when we learn something new. Let's try to be nice to ourselves when we're learning something new. Then our brain becomes more receptive to it. We get better faster. Good, and just gently start to slow down. Again, we're going to feel how that feels. You'll notice the tingling and the warmth. Hopefully you notice a little bit of relaxation as well. Now for the standing meditation, we're going to try for about 5 minutes. If you need to stop at any time, you stop. Don't worry, shake yourself loose. I'll do my best to kind of estimate when 5 minutes has gone up. It might not be a full 5 minutes, but that's just kind of like a good starting point. The goal is to really bring your thoughts inward and to focus on what's happening. Do you start to shift your weight to one side? Do you start to let your elbows drift out? Does your breathing change? It's a very, 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 very powerful method for developing self-awareness. There are other things that happen too. Your legs will get stronger, your shoulders get stronger. That happens too. But it's like the internal side of things. That's where the benefit is. So again, I'll turn sideways just so you can see kind of like the technique. Feet about hip width apart, knees slightly bent. Just a little slight bend in the knees. Tiny little bit. That frees up your hips so you can tuck your pelvis. You want to feel a little stretch in your low back, and you want to feel a little stretch behind your neck. Arms come up about the height of your chest. Fingers are loose, palms face each other, elbows down, shoulders down. Eyes open, and you're trying to just gaze out into the distance. So you're not looking at a wall, you're looking through a wall. You're not looking at the window, you're looking through the window, through the trees, through the house. And you bring that external gaze with an internal focus. So we'll begin. And at first, on the external side of things, focus on your feet a little bit. Do you feel a full footprint, left and right? If you took your foot out of wet cement, would both footprints look even? Would they look the same? Knees slightly bent. Do you feel that stretch in your low back? It should be a stretch, not compression, it should be stretch. And you get that by tucking your tailbone just a little bit. Do you feel the stretch in the back of your neck? You get that stretch by pulling your face toward your spine. Are your shoulders heavy? Are your elbows heavy? Is your face soft? Is your breath soft? Use the outward gaze for an inner focus. One more inhale. As you exhale, turn your palms toward the ground. Bring your hands down. Straighten your legs as your arms come down. Bring your left hand just under your belly button, right hand on top. One more inhale here. And exhale, release. Good. Let's clap our hands. Rub your hands together. Build up some warmth here. So during the meditation, during our practice, we're cultivating life force. China, they call it Qi. India, they call it Prana. So So here, by rubbing our palms together, we're going to help spread that life force throughout our entire body. So just gently wash your face, your neck, your throat. Make a light fist. I should say, open your palm. Tap yourself up your arm, the inside of the arm, across your chest, inside of the arm, outside of the arm, across your chest, down your torso if you can, wherever you can. Kidneys. So here I'm using kind of like little fists. Up and down your legs if you can. Very lightly with your fingertips, very, very lightly with your fingertips. Tap around your scalp. Just easy, 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 easy. Forehead, around the eyebrows, go gentle. Temples, back of your head. And just come back to some form of a standing position. And just observe how you feel now compared to when we first began. One more inhale here. Exhale. And that's another Qigong in the books.